Testing, testing. Welcome back to the Messy Success Podcast. I am your host, Elizabeth Henson, coming in hot 2023, episode 101. We took quite a break and I'm excited and ready to be back. And you want to know what I'm mostly excited about? We're going to try to do a better job of repurposing. We are on YouTube now. I am actually recording video and audio, and I'm just hoping to reach more people. I'm hoping we can lean into this podcast, and I don't know. I kept thinking I would be able to come back in 2023 with this like incredibly clear vision and plan, and this is just fun. It's fun sometimes to not know and to figure it out as you go. And I'm going to give you all the life updates and all the business updates briefly. But what I am mostly excited to share with you guys today is my 2023 marketing plan. It is the simplest marketing plan. I can actually tell it to you in about 2 sentences. And I will. I have shared this inside the Community Builder on Facebook group. So if you enjoy the Messy Success Podcast, or maybe you're tuning in for the first time, make sure that you find us on Facebook. You can search groups and search the Community Builder. None of that has changed. So what has changed in the last 6 months or however long it's been? Mark and I started a Turo business. Turo is a car sharing app. It's like Airbnb of car rentals. So cool. We listed our 2011 Highlander back in September, and it has done really well. I would say we're making close to an extra $1,000 per month off of renting that car. So we are looking into buying our second car in Q1 of this year. And there will be an episode featuring my husband, Mark, and I sitting side by side, sharing all the things. And that is coming up soon. It's in the first 4 episodes of our return. So hang tight and I'll have that episode for you. We're going to share that entire journey of how we came about and started the Turo business. So that's exciting announcement number 1. Exciting announcement number 2, if you have been here for a while, you're very familiar with my amazing friend, Joey Vitale. We host a show together on his group called The Business Growth Advantage, which is also a show and a podcast. And every other Tuesday, we go live and share all about team building. And I have kind of been an unofficial member of Joey's team, but I am officially joined Joey's team. I am part of his leadership team. I have taken on the role of head of community, which means visibility, PR, and branding are the departments that I kind of oversee, help with, all the things. So I am 3 months into that. It is a very fractional position, which allows me to continue, to pursue my business, but to also be an entrepreneur, which you guys know I love. I think we have a whole episode on being an entrepreneur versus an entrepreneur. If not, we need to do one. And I'm truly both. I am this incredibly creative visionary, but I also thrive learning and being on a team. And I just feel like this year is the greatest gift because I get to do both. And hopefully I get to do them both really well. So that is exciting. Joey has 2 companies officially, but they cohabitate really well. He has Indie Law, which is his trademark firm that has made over $1 million. And he has his consulting business, The Business Growth Advantage. He's writing a book. All of those things belong over there in that business. And I'm helping in both businesses, but primarily my focus right now is with Indie Law. And then I am doing some coaching with him over at BGA. And by the end of 2023, I think we will have BGA built out pretty well, which is really exciting to just be behind the scenes and be a part of that. You guys know that Joey is incredible. He's an incredible leader. He's a unicorn of a team builder. And it's just a really, really good fit, and I'm really excited about it. I'm laughing because I spent a solid 20 minutes trying to figure out this setup with my video, and I had to like push my computer back and give more space, and I still feel like I'm kind of leaning into you guys a little bit. But that is exciting announcement number 2. As far as Elizabeth Henson Co., what has changed? What's going on? Nothing major. So we're still really specializing in community building, community management. We have added on branding in a way. I brought on Ilya as my creative director on demand. She owns C&V, and she works with some of our clients, helping them with their branding. And we're still experimenting with that, but it's just a lot of fun. I love being involved in the creative process and helping businesses with that. So I guess you could say we've expanded, and we're not just community management anymore. We are still helping entrepreneurs grow Facebook groups. That's our primary focus in the community builder. Is we help business owners nurture, grow, and monetize their groups. If I'm going to say those in order, let's say grow, nurture, and monetize their Facebook groups. So that's not changing. I did kind of decide that I need to be mindful of the business that I'm building, because I don't necessarily want to be known as like the Facebook group expert, because that's not really what I do. I have a methodology and very specific core values around community building and marketing. And we're starting to really focus on calling ourselves a community-based marketing agency more than specifically identifying with Facebook groups, because the methodologies work in any type of online community. Facebook groups, are amazing. I love them. I believe in them. So it's a natural place for me to hang out. But I want to encourage you guys to do the same. If you were to end up, with a big publicity opportunity, maybe you ended up on the Today Show. What do you want to be known for? Right? And I don't want to get in front of a big audience and talk about Facebook groups and the technology and the algorithm and all those like nuances of how to run a Facebook group and events and all the things. Like the tech side of it is not where my expertise lies. My expertise is in the way of being, right? The type of leader that you need to be to grow a community, and what it takes to grow a community, from the inside out, not just clicking buttons, not just what are the settings that I need for my group. Of course, I can help with those things, but that's not what I want to be known for, right? So really digging into my business and thinking, deeply about what do I want to be known for? And I was like, okay, community-based marketing sounds pretty good. And there's a lot of imposter syndrome around the word marketing for me. I never looked at myself as being a marketing expert of any kind. I've always been like, I need help with marketing, but it's not 100% marketing that I need help with. It's like project management and scheduling tasks and all of the work that comes into successful marketing. Like, it's more than one human being can really take on. Although I'm thinking about my friend Angie, and she's like such a rock star of a solopreneur and a marketing pro. But for me, being very messy, visionary, creative, I love to create, but I'm also extremely passionate about customer journey. And what does the customer journey look like? And what does it feel like for somebody to work with you? How do you want them to feel? Really focusing on those things. So I guess in the last 2 months of 2022, we rebuilt our packages to work with us as an agency and centered it around this concept of community-based marketing instead of quote unquote community management. Similar, but different, right? And I think that's because I learned a lot about what I don't want to do. And I didn't like being in Facebook groups for these 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses. I really liked the consulting side of it and the strategy and helping them plan how to show up. But it's a waste of their money if I'm the one that's physically in the group clicking the buttons, right? Because you can pay someone $15 or $20 an hour to be your Facebook group moderator. And this is how we learn. This is how we learn with, is our messaging, are our offers aligning with the roles that we want to do, right? And sometimes the only way to figure that out is to just try. And I had a lot of success in 2022, but the biggest takeaway is just learning and continuing to get more clear. And if you're new here and you kind of have no idea my history or my past or where this all is coming from, I was a photographer before this, a very, very good one. I'm still a photographer, but I retired from weddings. And I built my photography business very easily, minimum effort. And, I looked back and I tried to figure out why. And it's because I mastered this concept of community-based marketing that I believe in so much. I didn't know that's what I was doing at the time. But I knew I didn't want to be shooting weddings into my 40s. Like I knew that when I quit teaching in 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. I quit teaching. I became a full-time photographer, did really well, but I always knew in the back of my mind, I didn't really want to be doing this into my 40s. So I shot my last wedding the same month that I turned 40. And because I didn't just quit on a whim and I had been planning on this for like the last 2 years, like easing my way out of weddings, I knew I had to have other revenue streams. And I talk about that a lot on the podcast, diversifying your revenue streams. When the pandemic hit, thank God, I already had other revenue streams set up. So I wasn't just relying on photography. Like I said in the beginning, Mark and I started our Turo business. We're always thinking in that way. And a lot of it as an entrepreneur is like, I'm trying new things and I'm trying new ways to do what I love and make money. And I don't pretend to have it all together or to be perfect. And that's what I love so much about this podcast is this is where I come to brainstorm and just share the messy side of business and to share that this messy action is what creates the success. And sometimes the success isn't, oh, I've got so much money in the bank, or I sold 200 modules of my course. Sometimes the best kind of success is like, I got super clear on what I want to do next. And, as my coach always says, James Wedmore always says, action creates clarity. And that's all this is. Like, we're going to take action every single day. And that action is going to help us get more clear on what we want to do next. And I really take my business in stride. And, as much as I've sat down and tried to be like, these are the projections and I'm going to stick with this and this is what I'm going to do, I cannot physically do something that I don't enjoy for very long. Like I just can't. Like I don't allow myself to be boxed in that way. It's a blessing and it's a curse. So yeah, it's a roller coaster. It's a very messy roller coaster. And I love sharing it with you guys. I don't know. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully you feel human when you don't have these days where you don't have it all together. But that's what this podcast is for. This is a place where we can be messy, where we don't have to have it all together. And those are the updates. So we're focusing on community-based marketing. I am very intentional and exclusive about who I take on for any one-to-one work, like what I'm doing for Joey, because there's not a lot of capacity to take a lot of those on. I could probably take 1 or 2 more. It's extremely fractional, the work I do for him. But my happy vision is to continue leaning into the work that I'm doing with Joey's businesses, and then to really have so much fun over here and to let go of this need to book big clients, to pay my family, and to run the expenses of my business, and to really have so much fun over here, to focus on creative projects with Ilya, updating my planner, um, just having fun, waking up every day and being able to be creative and have fun and maybe monetize some stuff, maybe not, right? But just to continue to help people to normalize this messy journey, and hopefully to continue to put content out in a way that feels light and easy for me. Because if I can be really honest and vulnerable here for a minute, I've had a lot of moments where I'm like, do I even want to be a content creator? And I don't 100% feel like I can answer that with a solid, yes, I want to be a content creator. What I want is to record this podcast and then, have my team be able to pull the magic out and create short form video and get these up on YouTube, and them have fun in the creative process of that, right? Rather than me feel like, oh, I got to go record this for Instagram. I got to record this for Facebook. I got to record this for LinkedIn. I got to create, because it's exhausting and it's overlapping the marketing and the creating and the doing, the button pushing, so that it takes the joy out of creating. And that's why so many solopreneurs plateau. They plateau as far as their revenue, they plateau as far as how much they can do, because we can only do it ourselves, but so long. And I love showing up here for you guys, and I absolutely love showing up in my Facebook group. And I love, love, love being on teams. I love being on stage. I love helping people. But like, do I want to be a content creator? I don't know how to answer that. Yes, this is what I'm doing. I'm creating content. But what I really want to do is make it easy for you guys so we can enjoy our life and not have to be glued to our phones trying to keep up with the Joneses, right? I'm really ready to move on from that and like be really present when the workday is over, that I can, clock out and be with my family and be super present. Okay. That was quite the tangent there. Let's talk about my 2023 marketing plan. That is so freaking simple. You're going to fall out of your chair and be like, Liz, this isn't even anything. So I mentioned that I'm working towards my business just being fun, right? Just being fun. And where am I seeing results? I am seeing results with this community-based marketing, that it is a Facebook group or some type of online community paired with an email newsletter. Okay. So all you need for this marketing plan is a Facebook group and an email newsletter. That's all you need. Okay. I'm going to post in my Facebook group just like I have been doing for the past year and a half, 3 to 5 times a week. That takes me maybe 5 minutes a day. We'll say posting plus engaging 5 to 7 minutes a day, 3 to 5 days a week. And I'm going to continue, because I've been doing this for a year and a half now, sending my one email every week. Okay. And that takes me, let's say, 20 minutes. So, and then my Facebook Lives, I do let's say 2 to 3 of those a month. I don't typically do every single week anymore, just because I have things on Fridays. But I am still doing those very much. That's part of my content creation plan. And just showing up live. I think we don't have to show up live to be successful in a group, but it super helps with the know, like, and trust. And I would just rather talk than write. Like, let's be real. That is why I do what I do. I would much rather talk than write any day. God, when I was a photographer, I was a decent blogger. I don't know how good of a writer I was, but I could pull a blog post together. And now I just don't want to do that. I just want to talk. I'm a verbal processor. Just let me talk, people. So that is it. I'm going to post in my Facebook group 3 to 5 times a week. And then I'm going to send that weekly newsletter. Now, this is outside of a promotion. So all the marketing gurus out there, they're going to tell you about how to launch, how to sell, how to be in a promotion, right? Because that's what we all want. We want to sell stuff. So here's your 2-week plan on how you're going to sell stuff. But what they don't really share is how to nurture year round. How do we show up for our community when we're in between promotions? And you guys, I see this across the board with some of these 6 and 7 figure companies. They don't do anything with their newsletter list in between promotions. There's no weekly anything. And the ones that are seeing a different kind of success, it's because they are communicating with their lists, with their audience on a weekly basis, right? And the promotions are so much easier when we do that. So my 2023 marketing plan is just the nurture. And, yes, promotions, but for the most part, I just want to stick to my plan. And if you do this weekly nurturing, you can actually sell every week, right? You can put at the bottom, P.S., do you need more resources? Check out my shop. P.S., are you struggling with this? You can book a one-on-one strategy call with me here. There's so many ways that you can plug every single week. And then, of course, if you want to launch your course or launch a new product, you can build a bigger promotion. But we don't want to forget about our list in between. So creating this habit of sending an email every week, like I do it without even thinking now, I've been doing it so long, is important. It's an important community building skill to share outside of our promotions. So that's it. And the coolest part about this 2023 marketing plan is it takes less than an hour a week. I just walked you through it. 5 minutes a day, 3 to 5 days a week. Take a week off. Who cares? 20 minutes for my Monday emails and 20 minutes for my Friday live. That is it. An hour a week. And it works. I see it, in the companies that I help more than anything. And I see it in my own business because I created the community builder so that I had a place to experiment. So I had a place to share the things that I was learning behind the scenes and to give people a place to go for just plug and play. Here's how you run a Facebook group, right? Here's conversation starters. Here's everything you need. But that's it. That's my 2023 marketing plan. So you guys have everything you need. All you need is a group and a newsletter, and you will see open rates and engagement rates of between 40 and 60%. Even the Instagram experts will say only 2 to 4% of people are seeing our posts on Instagram. 2 to 4%. So out of my 3,500 people that follow me on Instagram, 2% are seeing what I'm posting. It just feels like an uphill battle. Whereas inside your Facebook group, 40 to 60% of people are going to see what you post. So you're already ahead of the curve. And I know you're like, okay, what if I only have a group of 100? It's kind of the same, right? But if you set your group up right, if you optimize it, those 100 people have raised their hand because they truly want to be there and they're interested in the problem that you solve. So another layer of this is optimizing your group for success. We have all those tools in the shop. And really attracting your ideal person. And a small group full of ideal people is better than a group of 1,000 of people that are just supporting you because they're your friend, right? So 100 people that want the solution that you offer is better than 1,000 that are just cheerleaders. So I help people optimize their group. That's kind of step 1. And step 2 is this marketing plan of how to post 3 times a week, how to get your next 100 members. We got all the resources in the shop. But really what I'm trying to say here is you guys have what you need. You need a group and you need a newsletter. That's all you need. and you need to post 3 to 5 times a week, and you're going to send one email newsletter a week. If you miss a week, it doesn't matter. And that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need to be successful in your marketing plan for 2023. We can let go of all this pressure to be on Instagram. Now, you do need to grow your group. So these other platforms come in super handy for growth. Like yesterday, I shared, hey, I went live and talked about this. And a couple people hopped over from Instagram to go watch the video in the Facebook Live. That's great. We want to do that stuff. That's how we continue to grow our group. But like low effort, people, low effort. Okay, I've got to run, but it's so good to be back. Thank you, thank you, thank you if you're here listening or watching on YouTube's. And I'll see you next week. Oh, the most important thing. If you are ready to be held accountable for your 2023 marketing plan, I started an accountability group where every week I am sharing email templates or, action items to help you stay accountable to this plan. It's like a personal trainer at the gym. So this is one of our newest offerings. It's brand new. It's still in beta. But if you know that accountability is something that you need, I do so much better when I have an accountability partner or somebody else like waiting for me to show up so that you can stick to this 2023 marketing plan. So you never have to have any guesswork on what to do or what to post. You can find that, or you can fill out the interest form at elizabethhenson.co/learn. Fill out that form. We'll see if you're a good fit and we'll send you the link. It's a no-brainer offer. I'll come back and tell you guys more about that. All right. Have a good day.